Sange Shindu Mite Uagi Jokun Namda Shinla Chupasho Irangurana Mandala Kaniyatayami Sange Chudang Soki Chonamla Janchu Baru Dagni Kyasushi Daki Chunyen Kipe Sunanki Jola Penche Sange Chuparsho Sange Chudang Soki Chonamla Janchu Badu Dagni Kyasushi Daki Chunyen Kipe Sunanki Jola Penche Sange Chuparsho Sange Chudang Soki Chonamla Janchu Badu Dagni Kyasushi Daki Chunyen Gipe Sunanki Jola Penche Sange Chuparsho.
Shogi Shmogi.
Sorry.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
You want the float? Okay.
Team, I still couldn't connect.
It's like a hellscape.
Sorry.
Not a pleasant thing to watch on the screen.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel nice.
Airport?
Huh?
Yeah, it's all
Just like
gas.
I see the button and I press on the scriptorium. Oh, really? Oh.
it's just like all stained concrete.
Really? Really?
Is your computer stealing it? Are you reading my emails?
I don't know. How would I know?
Suddenly your private things will be broadcast to us all. That's how you know.
Oh, there's like this heightened sensitivity to it.
I'm not
I
sure
see.
in the whole system.
No, if there was any sort of perception of your screen, it wasn't being cognitively like
Okay.
processed.
So
It
you
was
may
just
just need to do your
information.
homework.
That's
Just color and shape.
What happened?
Reading, I think you have to
I
put
think the
syllables
whole
one after
system
the
needs to
other
be
and make
restarted. I
descending.
mean, the whole system.
Oh, so I couldn't project.
Yes.
Okay, I'll read it then. Okay. Alright, stop trying. Okay, okay.
Do not look at the screen.
Yeah, I won't look at
Okay, it's not working.
Watch Stanley.
Okay, okay. Read my lips.
No.
Okay, I'll stop. Okay, okay. Couldn't work. Question number 1. What's your meditation level when you see the truth?
There's a flaw in
Which
your
truth?
question.
Which
I
truth?
dispute the premise.
In the Abhidharma contest, we're talking about
On the path of seeing.
The same as Chucho?
Yes.
Versace.
Same as Chicho.
I'll read you the answer too.
Thank you.
It will be at the same level, where you reach the highest Dharma. In the same one meditational section, according to the text. It will be one of the how many levels possible?
16?
Levels, meditation levels. One of
8?
one of the levels.
Like
Better.
Right. Is
Oh.
how many? Give me a number.
Oh, they say it's 6, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
3 and 3?
Why?
For 4 realms. Because the first one is 3, because it can divide into 3 parts.
Yes.
And then the last 3. Yeah.
Wait. Right. Okay. Number 2 question. $0. The 16th instance of seeing the truth.
You give away a lot of $0.
Stanley.
$0, right? 1,000 times that next generation.
so the 16th instance of the thank you team of seeing the truth could be divided into 2 groups of 8. What are the names of these 2 groups and why are they divided this way? Very interesting.
There's the fighting the battle and there's the mastery.
Right, that's the mechanism. So what are the answers?
First 8, second 8.
No, there's a name for these 2.
Oh, that name.
Can you speak English?
Mastery and then the wisdom.
Mastery and
That's what just
Yeah. That's apparently not in-
Technically, there's a name for this. It's path.
Pache
What kind
me-
of path? What kind of path?
Pache
Two
me-
paths.
Pache me long.
Yeah.
And then
Yes. But English?
Nam
No? Okay. Alright, I'll read you.
uninterrupted.
Yay, that's path. That's the group
And
one.
the freedom path.
Yeah, well, we call. I think.
Liberation path.
Yeah, elimination path
Elimination.
or freedom path. Yeah.
Namdro.
Yeah. Oh, freedom. Freedom path. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because the Chinese says liberation. Why is the no interruption path called no interruption?
Because you're in the
Because there's no interruption.
Huh?
Because there's no interruption.
And why there is no interruption?
nothing can interrupt them.
Because-
Negativities being eliminated.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, yes. Because you are in the action of fighting the negativity directly, and nothing could come between. Because the power is so strong of seeing the truth. And yeah, that's it. Number 3 question. Among the 16 instances, the first 15 are the path of seeing, and the 16th instant is the path of habituation. Why is that?
Because you're seeing for the first time that which you never saw before, and in the path of habituation, you're getting used to something you have already seen.
Yes, you're reading the notes that I didn't show you. I said I didn't.
Or she's just really smart.
Yeah.
I reviewed the paper.
Sexy Tibetan words.
Because girls are dumb.
I don't know if I can read it correct. Denbang ngun ngun denbang
Seeing
ngun.
it directly.
It's about seeing. Yeah, seeing the truth,
Yes.
the direct perception of truth, which means direct perception of emptiness. Yeah. Bong bong
Kongxi?
bong lam
Maybe you can spell it.
bong lam
No.
bong lam.
Path of elimination.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Che che me lam che me lam. Yeah.
Parchamilam.
Oh, Pachimena. Oh, okay. Okay, Pachimena. Yes. All right, that's it. Yeah, thank you.
What's your name?
B. Oh, here.
So what's the thing?
Yeah, that I want to show you, but I couldn't. Anyway,
So read it to us.
next time. I'll save it for the next time. Yeah. Okay, Geshe-la, please take the plane,
Yeah. That's miraculous.
which is crashed.
Literally.
All right, let's try. Ta-da! All right. Microphone. So, we're gonna we went on a detour that Stanley allowed for the sake of his fellow translators. And it's going to have 4 parts. We finished 3 of the parts. We're headed for the 4th part. As I remember, the 4th part is the coolest. Okay, you're hoping he'll name the 16 aspects. He doesn't. I think in the whole text even. So sorry about that. If you want, we could go get him somewhere else. Or didn't we do that? I don't remember.
We really haven't, and
Well, I don't mind. If it's up to Stanley wants to waste some more time, we could go do
you
that.
know what I've always wanted to know, and still what I've been chasing this whole time, is what Dongma means to the lower schools.
Yeah, good. That's a very interesting question. I'll go dig around and see if I can find something. It doesn't mean what it means in the higher schools at all. When the Abhidharma says emptiness, which they only say as one of the 16 aspects, it obviously doesn't mean what the higher schools mean. Okay, and I don't think it even means their version of no self nature. Okay, like that you don't have control or something like that, or that things are fleeting or not self-standing. I don't think they're. I don't think it goes there. Okay, in as one of the 16 aspects. I'll go see if I can find one. Okay, here we go. This is our final presentation. We are now in chapter 7. We've been skipping to different chapters of the Abhidharma Kosha to get different presentations of the 16. Okay, here we go.
Sumba Shetu Nambe
Wait, who's got this crazy plane?
Che?
She's like wandering over Iowa or something.
Iowa. Oh.
So we're not gonna do the third?
We finished, the third.
it.
I think.
Not in my notes.
Huh?
We finished the second.
Yeah.
Let's check.
There it is. 3. Expanded presentation ends here.
Yeah.
Number 3 ends here.
Yeah, we finished there on the 10th. I think.
Yeah.
And
The last
we
class.
all sat around and nodded about it.
Let me see if it was called
No,
3.
we
At,
finished that, which was the second. and
No,
then right
well, let me
after
see.
that says- You just pressed the circle, 10th, and then
did I?
November 3.
No, that's not my Sumba. Dee, 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 dee. Oh, that was long. Yeah, that we finished the third one.
Oh, we
Yeah, we finished the third.
Yeah.
Now we're on the 4th. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I don't know what all those words are then.
I don't know. Yeah, no, that's the other chapters of the Abhidharma Kosha. And because we're working from Stanley's text. So when we hit those sections, they'll be done. That's why we put the Sanskrit in. We did it as if we were translating it. So that he's going to gain 2 terms later in his life. Much later. You know, the same year he gets Social Security. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Sumba Shetu
Chui.
Chui. Oh, Chui.
These are
Chui. Nambe Kapala. Kepala. Shepa Sosoi Namba Tan. Nambe Wang. Chang. Oh, Change. Tetak Gi Chepa. Kepa. Chushen. Shapatangshi. Shepatangshi.
Yeah, good. Okay. So we're in chapter 7, which is about wisdom. It's not very long. And in the third part here is going to be an explanation of the differences in the aspect of the 10 understandings. It's called the 10 understandings. Shepa Chu, which is an Abhidharma topic, okay? The 10 understandings. And he's going to tell you what's the difference in how they think, okay? Nampa. How do they think about things differently? Kepa means difference. We're going to have 3 parts. Number 1, Shepa Sosa Namba. What is the aspect that each one of those 10 understandings takes on? What's the flavor of that understanding? Okay. Second, Nambe Change. Why is the number of fixed? No more, no less. When you say Change spelled this way, it means no more, no less. Why is it exactly that number? And what's the kepar between them? Yeah, what's the differences between the 10? And then we're gonna talk about other stuff. Okay, Cheshin Shepar. Okay, got it? Which probably means K-Cheshin, other features of those 10. Okay, all right. So we have 4. Here's the first, which is what do they look like? What's their flavor? What's the flavor of each of these understandings? And I went, as I say, I like to. We're almost finished with the. When we get to this, we don't have to stop. We don't have to correct anything. I did everything. I put in the Sanskrit. I put in the pronunciation. I split up the Sanskrit where it could be split up.
Can we have sexy Sanskrit words too?
That's up to Stanley. If you want, I'll take you through some of them here, which is kind of fun. Right? So I'm going to have to move this down, okay? Just temporarily. And here we go. So here we have Chushe and Jeshe, right? Which is kind of like that fighting and victory.
The battle.
Okay, subsequent knowledge and knowing the thing. Knowing the thing and subsequent knowledge, okay? So knowing the thing is called dharma jnana. Jesu she is anvaya jnana. Okay. I believe it's anvaya, but there should have... Yeah, and this is a long A, okay? Way up here. It's right? So it's anvaya jnana. So dasha is easy. 16, right? Dasha is 10, which is where decimal comes from, and decade comes from that, and sho is 6. Kunzo, akara, long A is aspect or coloration of the mind, okay? Anyata, what is that? Dr. John. Is it kunzo? It must be.
Yeah.
Well, that was the,
I think it's just Daishin Shen.
What is it?
It's Tata, next line.
Daishin Shen. Oh, but it's Shen. Like other than that, right?
Anyata. I don't know. We'll look it up later. Daishin Shendoang. Oh, that's the other.
Yeah, right?
It's the Shen. Okay, and then Daishin is Tata.
It's the shin.
Okay, Sanverta is, I think, Kunzo.
It is actually.
Okay, and Svai, Rangranki.
Oh,
Sva, yeah. Satyakara, Dembe number. Okay, Akara is number. Chatur is 4 types. Yeah, Chatustam. Paro Yishe. Paramana means other person's mind. Paramanas changes to O's, jnana, which means to read other people's minds. So it's kind of sexy. Paramanas jnana is reading other people's minds. Okay. Nirmala is like Vimala, Timepa. Sammala means you do have Tima Dang Chepa. Sam means comes along with. Puna means Kyang, I think. Sneya, to be known. Sheja. Rangitsen is Falakshana. Okay. Ekaika Rere, each one. Dravya is Ze. Okay. Stuff, substance.
Oh, Ze.
Yeah. And Gocharam is Chuyu, where Go is activity. Chara
Go
is,
is the go and Charya is the activity.
well, together they mean field of activity. Yeah.
Where the cows wander.
Oh, okay, cool.
Go Char.
That's neat. That's
Cow.
Sheshe means lakma, the remainder. Akara means type. Chaturdasha means 14. Here you go. The only use of emptiness in the Abhidharma Kosha. Emptiness, shunyata, and anatma. Shunya and anatma. No self-nature. Matok means vivajita, not included. He kicks out 2 of the 16. Okay, 14.
I mean, it's so tight.
Yeah, much.
You get
It's
this
amazing he wrote it. Yeah.
Really incredible sense of the caliber of the Tibetan translation from Sanskrit.
Yeah, I mean, you can appreciate what he's saying is the Tibetans were extremely careful.
Yeah.
I once did a study of the whole root text. I found 1 syllable difference. Okay, it was amazing. By the way, you know, as a young fool, I set out to make a dictionary from the root text, and it was a failure. Why? I mean, I realized it after a couple of years. He crushes words to make the meter, so they're not normal. You see what I mean?
Making a dictionary.
He changes the words to make the beat right, and they're not good examples of standard Sanskrit. They are modified words to fit the meter. Like, okay, so
Making your
they don't make a
Bob
good
Dylan.
dictionary. Yeah, they don't make a good dictionary. I kind of laid off on that. Because then I would have to go figure out the standard one, and I wasn't capable of doing that. So, okay, anyway, here we go. So let's connect that back up, which is always a good thing to remember to do. Okay. I'm not going to read the root text. Let's go straight to. So please read. Did we do that?
Not yet.
Okay.
Che shepa tan Jesu shepa chen chen.
Nice. Very nice. Very sexy.
Number chu juk chen yinde mitaso chu juk gi nampa chen yimpa yimbe che.
Yeah, we talked about a coloration of the mind. Akara, right? Aspect of the mind. How is the mind colored? And he says, let's take those 8 moments of fighting and 8 moments of winning. Okay, let's take those states of mind. They possess 16 different colorations. Why? Because they possess the 16 colorations of impermanence, etc. Impermanence is the first of the 4 aspects of the truth of suffering. It's the first of the 16. Okay, mita dungel tomba dagme. Okay? So he's on to the 16 aspects. Okay? Go ahead.
Kun z kunjo shepa chen nampa tu ma chen yinde jolam ju jutse kya su nga ma te shin du dembe nampa chu shen tang dele shen duang shen duan che nam ki tang chi den ni la mi che chen.
Okay, good. Kunzop
Oh, mi pe chen, right.
Kunzop shepa di che chen. Let's consider, this is the kunzop in deceptive reality. Okay, so samvarti, which means literally covered. But kunzop shepa chechen. Let's consider this deceived state of mind before you see no self nature directly. Okay, which is talking about Jorlam. Okay, let's consider the mind during Jorlam, which is deceived. Okay, but deceived in this school is a big, it's complicated. Number 2 machanyinte, that pre-path of seeing states of mind, many different aspects, many different colorations. For example, at the 2 stages of Tre and Semo in Jorlam. So what are the 4 stages of the second path?
Peak.
Tre, Semo, Sepa, Chocho. Say Tre, Semo, Sepa, Chocho. Okay, good. So Jorlam, Tre, and Se, in the first 2 stages, someone's explaining the pen to you in a simple way. Okay, which is called warmth, because you're getting... In English, there's an idiom like, I'm getting warm. It means you're close. Oh, guess who I saw this morning? And you say, was it Stanley? And you say, you're getting warm. If you saw Allison, and somebody says, did you see Stanley? And you say, oh, you're warm. It means you're getting close. Yeah. It's the same in the Jorlam. Okay, you're getting close to see emptiness directly. Okay, and Semo, Kapso, at those 2 stages, Ngama Deshindu, as I mentioned previously, I guess it's these 16. You can have 16 aspects going on. Okay? I don't know why. And Dele Shenduang, you can also have other aspects, which is the Chunamki Rangchi Tseni Lami Beiche. This just means rangsen and chitsen's of all the stuff around you. You're looking at coffee cups. You're looking at cups. Okay, rang means. So here's the long name for rangsen and chitsen. Rang kitseni, chi yitseni. So it looks at particular things. Rang means particular, specific objects, and chi means your archetype of them. Okay, especially in the second school. Okay, so it's looking at specific stuff and categories of stuff. Okay, we can say it that way. Okay, it's focused on that. Okay.
So is it the same in the first school?
I don't know, and the first school is kind of chaotic. Okay, here we go. Dungyao.
Dungyao kun chung got nam shepala churchen namba shin ba shi.
I think it should be shishi.
Shishi.
Yeah.
Inde. Ranki dembe namba shishi la ne beche.
Okay, what is this? Dungyao kunjung gognam. Yeah, it's the 4 Arya truth.
Oh.
But he abbreviated the last 2, so it's confusing. So Dungyal is suffering. Kunjung is the source. Gok is short for Gokpa. And Lam is Lam. Okay. Okay. Stopping suffering in the path. Understanding these 4. Okay. The understanding of these 4. Chen. It can be split into sets of 4. Okay, meaning 4 times 4. Okay, because there are aspects of truth to the mind of Tonglam. When you see the truth directly, we can't say emptiness in this school. When you see the lack of self-nature directly, then there's going to be 4 aspects for each of the truths for a person who sees the truth directly. Okay, they understand the 4 and 4 aspects directly. Other people on Jorlam, someone teaches it to them. They can learn about the 4 aspects of each truth, but it's not direct. Okay.
Oh,
okay. Okay, go.
Pa Roy Ro Paroi Sheba Sapa Tang Where Tang Che Jiao Tang Che Jiao Ni Yoba Le Yi She Jip Me Te Sap Me Kyang Churchen Den Shi Sheba Te Shindu Shintu Den Shi Nampa Chen Yinde Te Shi Chuyu Ten Shi Chuyu Chen Yin Be Che.
I think I should have blocked that out. I think it's Chuyu up above. Let me see. Where is that? Oh, Zay Re Re Shik Chuyu Lo. Oh, it comes later. Okay. Where are we? Oh, Paro Yishe. Anybody want to guess?
The wisdom which goes beyond.
Aftermath.
The wisdom which you reach? The wisdom of the Buddha?
I just explained it to you.
The victory wisdom. The reason you see emptiness directly.
Let's go back to the Sanskrit. Paramanos jnanam.
Oh, other people's minds.
Yeah, reading other people's minds. Okay. Yeah. So here, we know paramita, which means to go to the other side. But here, paro means other guys' mind. Okay, other people's minds. Shepa. And by the way, see, that's the problem with using the root text verses as a dictionary, because this is also not the common expression. It's Shen Sem Shepa. But he's translating a Sanskrit which was crushed or modified to fit into the verses. So it doesn't make a good basis for dictionary. I spent 10 years on it or something total, and it doesn't work out very well. I never published it. I have it if you want it. Paro Yishe Sapadan So, Paro, reading other people's minds can come in two versions. It can sapa dan chepa or sapa dan tawa. It can be mixed up with malas, vimalas, okay? It can be mixed up with stains, or it can be free of stains. Ni yepa, there's two versions.
Either one.
So, by the way, when you see emptiness directly, you are able to read other people's minds for that day, and not after that day, okay? In the Hindu, you can even be a non-Buddhist, and if you meditate deeply, you can read other people's minds. So one reading of other people's minds is caused by the direct perception of emptiness, and one reading of other people's minds is just caused by meditating a lot. Okay, so that's what he's referring to here. The one that comes from just meditating a lot is called impure, and the one that comes from seeing emptiness directly is called pure. Okay, yepa, lei. Let's restrict our conversation to chime, the pure one, which is the one that's related to seeing the lack of no self directly. We can't say emptiness here. Chime de, and then he explains chime with sakme. Okay, he just positive, yeah. Let's take that one. That also has denshi shepa, deshindu, similar to when you have an understanding of the Four Truths. It also has these aspects of the Four Truths. So apparently the ability to read someone else's minds in its pure form is also has these 16 aspects somehow. Okay. Chen Yi. Why? Because it is focusing on these four. Maybe with reference to another person. Oh, this person's suffering. This person has a cause of suffering. This person could get out of suffering. Okay. Something like that. I mean, when you read other people's minds for the first time, you're aware of quite a high degree of suffering in the world. I think somehow we're protected from it. It would be overwhelming to read other people's minds.
Do you have to set your attention to one
No.
specific?
Well, like whoever you're talking to, you can read their mind. How's that?
Okay.
Yeah, you can't read the mind of somebody next door or something like that. Okay. Shichu Chen Yin Bei Chu. Anyway, somehow the ability to read another person's mind in some kind of a pure form is also wrapped up with the Four Truths and the 16 aspects. Okay, that's all. Okay, go ahead.
Geshe, this is not talking about when you are seeing them like directly.
Well, it gets confused in the Abhidharma school because they say the first 15 seconds. You do see the 16 aspects in the first, during the direct perception, but that's not how it happens. Okay. It's a mistake.
But, so that's
why Gyaltsab Je said. Yeah.
But according to their theory.
According to them, yeah.
It's during that.
Yeah, which is kind of contradictory because reading the suffering in another person's mind is not emptiness. And according to the higher schools, you can't see something which is not emptiness during the direct perception of emptiness. Okay, so it's all got problems with it. These are theories collected by 500 guys who went to different teachings. And I mean, if we wrote a sutra from everyone in this room about what happened this morning, we would have the Abhidharma by the time we finished. Deep, and kind of weird. Okay, go.
Paro ki yishit dripma tan chep ni chen rang ki ship che sheja rang ki ten ni teram sen yu chen yite paro ki sen tan sen chung ki zet ni rere shiko ne yu chen yin bei che.
Okay, good. This gets complicated. Paro ki yishe timada chepani. Let's restrict our conversation to people who can read other people's minds, but it's not connected with seeing emptiness directly. Okay, let's take those guys. Rangi sheje rangi tsini de. The things which it knows are rangtsen. Okay, so that means rangtsen. Then he glosses rangtsen as meaning it's an object of activity, which is the thing and not the archetype. So the reading other people's minds, for a person who hasn't seen emptiness directly, they are actually reading events in the person's mind, but they're not seeing the higher truth of those events, okay, or the archetype of those events. They're just reading the thoughts in another person's mind. They don't have any higher appreciation of what it is, okay? Chitzen, they don't have that, okay? Chuyu Chen Yin Te. Why? What's going on? Pardo Sem Dong, Sem Chung Ki Zeni, because the substances, meaning the entities, meaning the rangzhens, meaning the actual thoughts in another person's mind. No theory here, no philosophy here. Okay, the actual thoughts, whether it be the other person's general mind or the other person's mental functions, okay, Sem or Semchung, it takes each one of those as a separate entity, Rereshik, and it can only focus, Chuyu, can take that as its object of activity, Gochara, okay? It can only take that. It can take that only as an object of activity, as very concrete. It can't see higher truth about them or something like that. It's not interested. You're just reading, or what's this guy think about me? Okay, like that, okay. Go ahead.
The tell? Kang. Kang ki said di sen di sen so nam tu sin be se sem chung go ngo nam tu nyam ngo nyam tu mi min zin beche.
Yeah, because why does it only deal with wrong sense instead of cheat sense? Okay, why does it deal in concrete objects and not theoretical objects? Okay, something like that. And he says the reason is that Kangitse, at that point, it can only hold either. This is when that normal person's other mind reading, when he's in that mode, he can only look at the general mind and say, oh, this is the general mind. This person's thinking. And then when he listens to the separate thoughts, he can listen to the separate thoughts, but he can't do both at the same time. Okay, that's his interpretation of why it's Rangzen and not Chitzen. Why is it dealing with specifics and not generals? Because it cannot make the distinction. While it's perceiving the general awareness of the other person, it cannot think about the mental functions of the other person. When it's looking at the mental functions of the other person, it can't think about the general awareness of the other person. Therefore, it only deals in concreteness. Okay? It can't have abstract thoughts while it's focusing on the general mind or the feature, okay? That's all. It doesn't deal in archetypes. Cannot. Okay? It's too basic, it's too crude. It's not being triggered by the direct perception of ultimate reality. Okay? Okay.
Nga shit te hlatma sat tang mi ke be shepa ni churchen namba chu shin chen yinde chu shi chen yinde then she namba le dong tang dak me ma tope namba shen chu shi la mi beche.
Okay, so there are some kinds of Shepachu, the 10 kinds of understanding that he was talking about before. He was covering 2 of them called Sepa Shepa, say Sepa Shepa, and Mikewa Shepa. Sepa Shepa means to be finished, right? So Sepa Shepa means, oh, I'm finished. I have reached a certain goal, I'm finished. Okay, that's called Sepa Shepa. To know you're done. To know you're done. Sepa Shepa.
How do you translate it?
To know you're done. To know you're finished. Knowing you're finished.
Knowing you.
It's called sepa shepa. To know that your negativities, for example, are finished. You know, oh, I finished my anger. My anger is finished. Sepa shepa, okay? And then mikewa shepa, any guesses?
To know you won't be born again?
No, that anger won't come back again. Mikewa. Okay, you know it's not going to come again. Okay, so those are two high states of mind in the Abhidharma school. I know I'm done, and I know it's not going to come back. About anger, for example. Okay, so then we talked about them before in this 7th chapter. And let's consider those two, which are, quote, the rest and the sheshe in the root text. The verse, it said the rest, meaning other members of the 10 understandings. For example, the one where you know you're finished, and there's another understanding where you know it's not going to come back again. Those two are different, okay? Ni, Che, Chen. They only have 14 aspects. Okay, they only have 14 aspects. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Why? Because we matok 2 of the aspects. This matok means don't include. By the way, matok generally can also mean, except for, but it doesn't mean that here. Here it means we don't include. Same word, same spelling, okay? We don't include, of all the aspects of the 4 truths, okay, Denshi Nambale, of all the aspects of the 4 truths, we don't include Tomba and Dagme, which are very tricky. Dunya, what's the second one?
The second
Kunjung?
one? Yeah, Kunjung.
Oh, the 4 aspects of Dunya Demba.
Yeah, I mean.
Dunya something Tomba Dagme. Dunya Mita Tomba Dagme, yeah. That's a very weird 4 divisions of suffering. You see, suffering can be divided into 4. Listen to how silly this sounds. Suffering, you're suffering, and don't forget the truth of suffering means the actual pain. It doesn't mean a philosophical truth. When you cut your hand, you have the truth of suffering. Okay, don't forget that. Okay, so as with the 2 truths. So. Now listen to how crazy this sounds. Now the truth is suffering. Well, let's take the truth of the source. You can call it cause. You can call it condition. You can call it seed. You can call it source. That makes sense. Those are all synonyms. Oh, and let's talk about the truth of suffering. You can call it suffering. You can call impermanence and emptiness and no self-nature. They don't hang together. Why are those 2 parts of suffering, okay? Got it? It's weird.
Geshe, I heard the explanation saying that these 4 aspects of the truth of suffering is to fix the 4 totally opposite understanding.
Chinji Lokshi.
Like permanent, happy.
Yeah. Could be. Yeah, it's exactly it. That's true. That's
There's
true.
an explanation of.
That's fine. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take it. Anyway, he wants to kick them out, the 2 weird ones. When you talk about these 2 kinds of higher knowledge, which is to know you're finished and to know it's not going to come back, they should have had 16 aspects, but they only have 14, because we're going to kick out those 2 weird ones from the first truth, which are emptiness and no self-nature. Okay, got it? So they only have 14 aspects instead of 16. They lost 2 of them. Okay, matok. So you take out the emptiness, take out the no self-nature, and what's left, namba shen, the other aspects, which is only 14, and that's what they are focused on. That's what these 2 kinds of knowledge are focused on, only 14 aspects. Okay? Abhidharma is weird. I mean, it gets really weird. And it gets shorter and shorter. They don't explain stuff. Okay? So you're out of luck. And we have time? 2 minutes, right?
2, 3 minutes.
Okay, let's use the 2 minutes. Nipala, which was he promised an explanation of why there had to be exactly 16. No more, no less. Although he just gave less. Just kidding. Okay, here we go. By the way, I wanted Dr. John to check this because something's off here. Listen to the meter, okay? Namala Shodash Abhyonya. That's okay, 8 beats. Da 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 da. That's 8, that's normal. Then the second part. Akara Anyasi Shastrata. 9. Something's wrong. Right? Am I right? Akara Anyasti Shastrata. There's some mistake in the Sanskrit. Okay? So somebody has to go figure it out. I thought since we have John, I can make him do all this grunt work. Okay, then Dravya Tasho Dashakara. It's a half of line, that's fine. He split this second. So we got 2.5. We got a line and a half of 2 lines of a Sanskrit verse, which is gonna work out to 3 in the Tibetan. Okay, they're very regular. I'm not gonna read the... How much time we have? We got 1 minute. Let's try to connect these, okay? Chime, where? Namala. No malas, okay? No, I'm sorry. This is na amala. Not amala, because of the long A. Na amala. Not chime. Me chime. Okay. Shodasha. 16. Anya, the A dropped out, right? Anya means other. Okay. Akara means number, right? Anya is others. Ya is asti, and the A dropped out, right? And then Shastra and not Shastra. Yeah. Classic commentary, okay. Dravya means ze. And Shodasha Akara means 16 aspects. Cool?
Cool.
Okay, yay.
Is it the Anusara that makes the upward line messed up? Why is it Shastra?
It's here. Something's wrong here. It's probably Shastra from the Shastra.
That's what I'm saying. Why?
This T,
Yeah.
I think this TA is extra. If I have to guess, I think that's where the problem is. Okay. We could use Yashomitra's commentary up there, the yellow paperback stuff. I think Mr. Wu stole it. No, it's not there. I'm sorry. It's the 2 books to the left of that, I think. Anyway, he stole it, which is incredible. Oh, man, I wouldn't give that to anybody. Okay. What's that?
I think that's what we have, right?
Yeah, and it's wrong. Okay.
Who's that? This is in, you mean, what is it?
Yeah, what source are you?
This is on Gretel, which is the
It's worth checking. It's worth figuring out. Something's wrong there. I think it's got to be here, because the rest is okay. Oh, wait. Maybe this used to be joined, nyakara, but usually they don't join across half verses. Okay, so there's got to be in this TA here, I think. I'll show you something if you really want to see. Okay, you're interested? From. Then, yeah. If you get lucky, this will be in Chandra.
It just says Ya. You see? Ya.
Shastriya. That doesn't help. I was hoping. No, it's not in DOS. No. Okay, we'll have to figure it out. John will figure it out. The whole root text appears in another commentary that we have in Sanskrit, so you have two sources. Somebody worked out the whole root text from the Tibetan. And then a guy got on a donkey and rode to Tibet and found it and destroyed the guy's whole lifetime work. I think Tucci, Italian, got on a horse and went to Tibet and found the Abhidharma Kosha. And then the other guy's work was destroyed. And actually the other guy did a really good job. But of course it was useless at that point, which is why I don't like to use reconstructions of Sanskrit. I refuse to put them in our text.
Just in case Kramer gets on a donkey?
Yeah. But that's not true because there's no Rangrik.
Rangrik?
A man cannot ride on his own back.
Okay. All right.
Or two donkeys ride on each other.
Sashi Ruki Shushin Meto Cham Vira Linchin Inde Gembadi Sangye Shindu Mikte Uwagi Jokun Namdak Shinla Chupasho Idam Guru Ratna Mandalakani Atayami Gewadi Gewokun Sunam Yeshe Sotsokshin Sunam Yeshe Lechungwe Tamba Kuni Dropasho. Thank you, Geshe.
Yeah, look, I mean, it's a fool's mission to go to the later chapters of the Abhidharma without working on the earlier ones.
Aren't the early ones referring to the leadership?
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing's a mess, but you're just asking for trouble.